Hi everyone, I'm Mary from Susan's family. Today I'm bringing you a new piece, a Christmas tree scarf. This scarf consists of the main scarf body, a reindeer, and assembly parts. Let's start learning the main scarf body. It's divided into the main fabric piece, pearl pendant, crocheted edging and lace trim. First, crochet the main fabric piece. It consists of 6 sections. Crochet them from bottom to top. After completing, sew on the pearl pendant. Then crochet the edging along the main fabric piece. Finally, crochet the lace trim separately. First, crochet section 1. Use the chain ring method for casting on. Crochet in rounds counterclockwise. The stitch techniques used are double crochet, treble crochet, chain and slip stitch. Now watch me demonstrate the specific crocheting method. Take the corresponding yarn. To make it easier for everyone to see clearly, I'll use cotton yarn for this demonstration. Random colors. For specific yarn, color scheme and hook size, please refer to the detail page of our product and the paper instructions. First, begin with a chain stitch. Pick up the yarn with your right hand. Wrap it around your left little finger once. Thread it between the middle finger and index finger. Pinch the yarn tail with your left thumb and middle finger. Pick up the crochet hook with your right hand. The hook moves between these 2 points. Place the hook underneath the yarn. Wrap the yarn counterclockwise. Pinch the crossing point of the loop with your left thumb and middle finger. Then position the hook to the left side of the yarn. Wrap the yarn counterclockwise. Pull through the loop. This slip knot does not count as a stitch. Gently tighten. Note: don't pull the loops on the hook too tight. Convenient for crocheting later. Now begin crocheting chain stitches. Yarn over. Draw the yarn through. 1 chain stitch is completed. Continue crocheting chain stitches. Yarn over. Draw the yarn through. This is the second stitch. Repeat this process. Continue crocheting chain stitches all the way down to the required number of stitches. Refer to the chart for the specific stitch count. Check the stitch count after completing. Each loop like this counts as 1 stitch. The loop on the hook is not included. Next, join with a slip stitch in the first chain stitch. Pay attention, do not twist the starting chain stitches here. You can first arrange all the right sides of the chain stitches outward. Align the beginning and ending like this. Insert the hook into the first chain stitch. Slip stitch in the front loop above, which is this single strand of yarn. Insert the hook. Yarn over. Draw the yarn through. Pull through all loops on the hook in once. Slip stitch completed. This is the chain formed by the slip stitch. Does not count as a stitch. Tighten the yarn. The starting chain is completed. Now crochet the first round. Chain 3. as the turning chain for the double crochet. Consider these 3 chains as one double crochet in the chain above. Pick up the 2 strands on the upper right, place a stitch marker to mark. If you don't have stitch markers, you can use safety pins or paper clips at home instead. The turning chain corresponds to the slip stitch position in this chain. Work 1 double crochet downward. Yarn over. Insert the hook into the left chain of the slip stitch insertion point, half stitch above. The starting yarn tail can be placed above the hook. Weave in the ends as you go along. Yarn over, pull the yarn through. Now there are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. 2 loops remain. Yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops. 1 double crochet is completed. The V-shaped stitch above on the right is the stitch. Continue to work 1 more stitch. Yarn over. Insert the hook into the half stitch above the adjacent left chain. Yarn over, pull the yarn through. 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. Repeat twice. Once. Twice. This completes another double crochet. Continue downward. Pick up the top loop of the chain. Correspondingly make a double crochet. Continue all the way down the starting chains. After completing, check the number of stitches. Count the stitch count. The number of stitches equals the number of crochets made. Including the turning chain, the stitch count matches the foundation chain count. Join with a slip stitch at the marker position. Insert the hook into. Yarn over, pull the yarn through. And draw through in once. Slip stitch completed. Pull tight. This completes round 1. The side with clearer texture. As the right side of the piece. Move on to crochet round 2. Chain 4 to start this round. Counts as 1 treble crochet, corresponding to the beginning chain of the previous round. Place a stitch marker on this chain stitch above. To make it convenient to find the joining position later, mark the beginning chain of each round. Will not repeat this instruction later? Then crochet 3 chain stitches. Skip 4 stitches below. Work 1 treble crochet in the next stitch. Yarn over twice. Insert the hook. Yarn over and draw through the yarn. There are 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. Repeat 3 times. 1 time. 2 times. 3 times. Treble crochet completed. The V-shaped stitch above to the right is its stitch, then work 1 chain stitch. Insertion point below. Work 1 treble crochet. Yarn over twice. Insert the hook. Yarn over and draw through the yarn. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops on the hook. Repeat 3 times. Treble crochet completed. Consider the stitches crocheted on this stitch as 1 treble crochet motif. Move on to chain 3. Skip 4 stitches below. Work 1 treble crochet in the next stitch. Chain 3. Skip 4 stitches. Work 1 treble crochet motif in the next stitch, which means work 1 treble crochet in the same stitch. Chain 1. 1 treble crochet. Treble crochet motif completed. This round consists of 1 treble crochet, 1 treble crochet motif, alternating crocheting. Chain 3 as a bridge between treble crochets and treble crochet motifs. Skip 4 stitches below. Follow this pattern. Complete this round. After completing the last treble crochet motif, chain 3. Skip the remaining 4 stitches below. Join with a slip stitch at the stitch marker position. Pull tight. Round 2 crocheting is finished. Next, crochet round 3. Rotate the piece. Position the beginning chain upward. Locate the last treble crochet motif from the previous round. Insert hook into the chain space of the treble crochet motif. Pick up the treble crochet on this side. Crochet 9 treble crochets. When completed, crochet 1 chain stitch. Slightly rotate the piece. Pick up another treble crochet. Crochet 9 treble crochets. When completed, position the right side of the fabric toward yourself. Insert the hook from front to back into the right side treble crochet stitch. Crochet 1 slip stitch. Consider the crocheted stitches as a group of patterns. Move on to the next group. Turn the piece. Position the starting chain upward into the chain space of the left side treble crochet pattern. First pick up one side of the treble crochet. Crochet 9 treble crochets. When completed, crochet 1 chain stitch. Slightly rotate the piece. Pick up the other side of the treble crochet, and crochet 9 treble crochets. Position the right side of the piece toward yourself. Work a slip stitch into the right side treble crochet stitch position. This completes another group. Repeat this pattern group downward. Continue all the way down this round. The last slip stitch. Work into the previous round's beginning chain, which is the stitch marker position. Round 3 is completed. Now work on round 4. First make 3 beginning chains. Count as 1 double crochet. Then on the left side round 2. 3 chain space. Crochet 3 double crochets correspondingly. Work 1 double crochet into the stitch position. One chain space. Crochet 1 double crochet correspondingly. Next is the stitch position. Crochet 1 double crochet correspondingly. Three chain space. Crochet 3 double crochets correspondingly. This entire round is worked on round 2. When encountering a stitch, pick up the stitch and make a double crochet. When encountering a chain, work into the chain space. Crochet the corresponding number of double crochets. Follow this method. Complete this round. After finishing, join with a slip stitch in the beginning chain. Pull tight. Round 4 is completed. Move on to round 5. Make 3 beginning chains. Next, pick up the stitches from the previous round and crochet double crochets correspondingly. The left stitch is slightly puckered. Pick up the top 2 strands and crochet. After completing, join with a slip stitch in the beginning chain. Pull tight. Round 5 is completed. Measure the fabric size. If it differs significantly from the pattern dimensions, it's recommended to adjust your tension. Crochet again. Next, consider rounds 2-5 as a repeating sequence. The remaining rounds in section 1 are to repeat this sequence. Refer to the chart. Complete the required number of rounds. While crocheting, if you run out of yarn, pick up the new yarn. Leave about 10 centimeters of yarn tails. Tie a knot with them held together. Then continue crocheting normally. Note that the knot should be on the wrong side of the piece. Don't let it show on the right side. Yarn tails can be hidden along the texture on the wrong side of the fabric, or tucked into the fabric during the crocheting process. Up to this point, section 1 is completed. Next, crochet section 2. Continue crocheting upward in rounds from section 1. The new stitch techniques used are half double crochet decrease. Please watch the demonstration. First, crochet round 1. Here I'll continue using this swatch for demonstration. Start with 2 chain stitches as the beginning chain. For the half double crochet, consider these 2 chain stitches as 1 half double crochet. Place a stitch marker on the top chain stitch to mark it. Crochet 1 half double crochet in the left stitch. Yarn over. Insert the hook. Yarn over and draw through. There are now 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over. Draw through all 3 loops on the hook in once. 1 half double crochet is completed. The V-shaped stitch above is the stitch. Continue to crochet 1 more stitch. Yarn over. Insert into the adjacent stitch. Yarn over. Pull the yarn through. Yarn over. Draw through all loops on the hook in once. Another half double crochet is completed. Next, crochet a double crochet decrease. Yarn over. Insert into the left stitch. Yarn over and draw through. This is an incomplete half double crochet. Move on to the second one. Yarn over and insert into the adjacent stitch. Yarn over and draw through. This is the second incomplete half double crochet. Now there are 5 loops on the hook. Half double crochet decrease is completed. Work 3 half double crochets into the left stitch. One half double crochet decrease. First work 2 incomplete half double crochets. 1 stitch. 2 stitches. Finally yarn over. Pull through all loops at once. Half double crochet decrease is completed. From this round downward, work 3 half double crochets. Then 1 half double crochet decrease. Follow this pattern to complete the round. Join with a slip stitch in the beginning chain after completing. Round 1 is completed. Move on to round 2. Chain 4 to start this round. Counts as 1 treble crochet. Then chain 2 as a transition. Skip 3 stitches underneath. Work 1 treble crochet motif in the next stitch. After completion, chain 2. Skip 3 stitches. Work 1 treble crochet in the next stitch. Chain 2. This round's crochet method is similar to section 1 pattern. Alternate crocheting treble crochets and treble crochet motifs. Only the number of transition chains and skipped stitches differs. Chain 2 as a transition here. Skip 3 stitches underneath. Refer to the chart to continue completing the rest of this round. After completing the last treble crochet motif, chain 2. Skip 3 stitches underneath. Join with a slip stitch at the marker position. Round 2 is complete. Next, crochet round 3. Rotate the piece. Position the starting chain upward into the chain space of the treble crochet motif. Pick up 8 double crochets on this side. Complete. Chain 1. Slightly rotate the piece. Pick up another treble crochet and work 8 double crochets. Then on the right side treble crochet stitches. Work 1 slip stitch. Consider the completed stitches as a motif group. Move on to crochet the next group. Rotate the piece into the left side treble crochet motif chain space. Pick up the treble crochet and work 8 double crochets. Chain 1 between them. Complete. On the right side treble crochet stitches. Work 1 slip stitch. This completes another group. Follow this pattern. Work the entire round. The last slip stitch is worked into the beginning chain of the previous round. Round 3 is completed. Now work round 4. Chain 3 as the beginning chain. Then into the 2 chain space on the left side. Work 2 double crochets correspondingly. Work 1 double crochet into the stitch position. Into the 1 chain space, work 1 double crochet correspondingly. Work 1 double crochet into the stitch position. Into the 2 chain space, work 2 double crochets correspondingly. For this round, whenever you encounter a chain space, work the corresponding number of double crochets. Work double crochets into stitch positions. Repeat this process. Complete this round. Join with a slip stitch to the beginning chain. Round 4 is completed. Continue to round 5. Chain 2 as the beginning chain. Counts as 1/2 double crochet. Starting from the stitch on the left side, work 1/2 double crochets evenly into each stitch. Continue all the way down to finish the round. Join with a slip stitch to the beginning chain. Round 5 is completed. Consider rounds 2-5 as a repeating sequence. The remaining rounds in section 2 repeat this sequence. Refer to the chart. Complete the required number of rounds. Up to this point, section 2 is finished. Moving on to section 3. Continue crocheting in rounds upward from section 2. Use the same technique as section 2. Decrease stitches in the first round. Follow the pattern of rounds 2-5 afterward. Refer to the chart to complete crocheting. Up to this point, section 3 is finished. Next, work on section 4. Continue crocheting in rounds from section 3. Please see the demonstration. Start with round 1. First, make a beginning chain of 2 chains. Work 1/2 double crochet in the left stitch. Next, work 1/2 double crochet decrease. Two half double crochets. One half double crochet decrease. Continue downward following the pattern of working 2 half double crochets, then 1 half double crochet decrease. Complete the entire round this way. Finally, join with a slip stitch in the beginning chain. Round 1 is completed. Next, crochet round 2. Make 3 beginning chains. Counts as 1 double crochet. Next, work 1 chain as a transition. Skip 2 stitches underneath. Work 1 double crochet in the next stitch. 1 chain. Work 1 double crochet in the same stitch. Crochet the stitches worked in this stitch. Consider it as a double crochet cluster. Next, work 1 chain. Skip 2 stitches. Work 1 double crochet. One chain. Skip 2 stitches. Work 1 double crochet cluster. That is, work 1 double crochet in the same stitch. 1 chain. Work 1 more double crochet. Alternate crocheting double crochets and clusters, with 1 chain space between them. Skip 2 stitches underneath. Complete this round following this pattern. Join with a slip stitch in the beginning chain. Round 2 is completed. Continue to crochet round 3. Rotate the piece. In the chain space of the last cluster, pick up and work 5 double crochets respectively, with 1 chain space between them. When completed, work 1 slip stitch on the right side double crochet stitch. Consider the crocheted stitches as a group of patterns. Move on to crochet the next group. Rotate the piece. In the chain space of this cluster on the left side, pick up and work 5 double crochets respectively, with 1 chain space between them. Work 1 slip stitch on the right side double crochet stitch. This completes another group. Repeat this pattern sequence downward. Complete the entire round. Join with a slip stitch in the beginning chain of the previous round. Round 3 is completed. For the next round 4, work double crochets in chain spaces and stitch positions. Work double crochets correspondingly in each stitch. Round 5, work half double crochets in the stitches of the previous round. Similarly, consider rounds 2-5 as a repeating sequence. Repeat this pattern sequence. Continue crocheting until the required number of rounds is completed. Up to this point, section 4 demonstration is finished. Next, crochet section 5. Divide it into 2 parts for crocheting separately. First, crochet part 1. Crochet back and forth along selected stitches of section 4. Please watch the demonstration. First, work row 1, starting from the yarn tail of section 4. Chain 3 as beginning chain. Place a stitch marker to mark. Starting from the first stitch on the left side, work double crochets correspondingly. Refer to the chart for exact stitch count. This completes row 1 of crocheting. Continue to row 2. Chain 2 as beginning chain. The turning chain doesn't count as one stitch. Turn the work piece. Note that you're working on the wrong side of the previous row. The stitches correspond to the braid above the double crochet on the left. The beginning chain corresponds to the stitch below. Work 1 double crochet in the adjacent stitch. Place a marker on this double crochet stitch. Continue working double crochets correspondingly. Finally work 1 double crochet in the beginning chain. Row 2 is completed. Now work row 3. Chain 3 as beginning chain. Turn the work piece. The beginning chain counts as 1 stitch corresponding to the edge stitch. Starting from the first stitch on the left, work double crochets correspondingly. This completes row 3. For the remaining rows, follow the crocheting method of rows 2 and 3. Work back and forth following the chart. Complete them on your own. After finishing the last row, secure with a chain stitch. Stretch the loop. Leave a 5 cm yarn tail and cut the yarn. Leave the yarn tail unsecured for now. This completes the first section. Now work on the second section. Start with row 1. First, join the yarn. The demonstration uses a different color yarn for the swatch. Position the right side of the fabric facing you. Locate the remaining stitches in section 4. The first stitch on the right side. This is the stitch on the left side of row 1 in the first section. Insert the hook into, pull the yarn through. Joining the yarn is complete. Next, make 3 beginning chains. Then work double crochets into each and every stitch in section 4. This completes row 1. The remaining rows follow the same technique as the first section. Refer to the chart and complete crocheting accordingly. Do not cut the yarn after completing crocheting. Section 5 is now complete. Next, work on section 6. Starting from the last row of sections 1, 2 in section 5. Crochet in rounds. After completing crocheting, leave a yarn tail to close the opening and sew on the pearl pendant. Please watch the demonstration. First, work round 1. Starting from the yarn tail of section 2 in section 5, make 3 beginning chains. Place a stitch marker to mark. The beginning chain corresponds to the edge stitch. Next, pick up the stitches from the last row of section 1, and work double crochets correspondingly, mindful not to twist the fabric piece. After completing, continue to pick up the stitches from section 2 and crochet. After completing, join with a slip stitch in the beginning chain. This completes round 1. Continue to crochet round 2. First, make 2 chain stitches as beginning chain. The beginning chain doesn't count as one stitch. Work 1 double crochet in the left stitch. Place a stitch marker on this double crochet stitch. Then pick up stitches, and work double crochets correspondingly. Continue crocheting all the way around the round. Finally join with a slip stitch at the marker position. Round 2 is completed. For the remaining rounds, the crocheting method is simple. Refer to the chart and continue crocheting in rounds with corresponding stitches. Complete the rest on your own. After finishing crocheting, make 1 chain stitch to secure. Pull the yarn out. Leave about 20 centimeters of yarn tail and cut the yarn. Tighten the yarn tail. Next, close the opening. Thread the yarn tail through a yarn needle. The stitch looks like this with 2 strands. The strand closer to you is the front loop. Pass through the front loops of the last round stitches one by one. Tighten after completing. This completes the closing method. The main part is also completed. Next, sew on a pearl pendant at the end. Take the pearl pendant. Insert. No specific sewing method required, just make it secure. Weave in the yarn tails after securing. Cut off the excess yarn tails. This way the pearl pendant is sewn on. Now add the edging. Along the starting point of section 1 of the main part, crochet in rounds counterclockwise. The new stitch techniques used are DC2 tog, FPDC, BPDC. Please watch the demonstration. First, crochet the first round. Position the starting point of the main piece upward, with the right side of the fabric facing you. Find a stitch to the left of the slip stitch joining position. Pick up 1 loop above the chain stitch. Join the yarn. Make 3 beginning chains. Place a stitch marker to mark. From now on, always pick up 1 loop above the chain stitches. Crochet 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches on the left. Once completed, work a double crochet decrease. Yarn over. Insert into the stitch on the left. Yarn over, pull the yarn through. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. This is an incomplete double crochet. Now work the second one. Yarn over. Insert into the adjacent stitch. Yarn over, pull the yarn through. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. This is the second incomplete double crochet. There are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and draw through all 3 loops on the hook. 1 double crochet decrease completed. Continue with 3 double crochets. One double crochet decrease. First work 2 incomplete double crochets. Then yarn over and draw through all loops on the hook. Double crochet decrease completed. Then follow the pattern of working 3 double crochets followed by 1 double crochet decrease. Complete the rest of the round. Join with a slip stitch in the beginning chain. Round 1 completed. Next crochet round 2. Chain 3 as beginning chain. Crochet double crochets correspondingly. Work all the way down to finish the round. Join with a slip stitch in the beginning chain. Round 2 completed. Now work round 3. Chain 3 as beginning chain. Then work 1 front post double crochet, hereafter referred to as FPDC, yarn over. Insert the hook from the right side, in front of the stitch on the left. Pick up the stitch. Come out on the left side. Yarn over. Draw the yarn through. Slightly enlarge the loop. Yarn over again. Pull through the first 2 loops twice. Repeat twice. 1 front post double crochet completed. Then work 1 back post double crochet, hereafter referred to as BPDC, yarn over. Insert the hook from the right side behind the adjacent stitch. Pick up the stitch outward. Come out on the left. Yarn over. Pull the yarn through. Slightly enlarge the loop. Yarn over one after another. Pull through the first 2 loops. Repeat twice. 1 back post double crochet completed. Continue to work 1 front post double crochet, yarn over. Insert from the right side in front of the stitch on the left. Pick up this stitch. Come out on the left. Yarn over, pull the yarn through. Slightly enlarge the loop. Yarn over one after another. Pull through the first 2 loops. Repeat twice. Front post double crochet completed. Move on to crochet 1 back post double crochet, yarn over, insert from the right side behind the stitch on the left. Pick up this stitch outward. Come out on the left. Yarn over, pull the yarn through. Slightly enlarge the loop. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. Repeat twice. Back post double crochet completed. From this round onward, alternate these 2 stitches. Continue all the way down this round. Join with a slip stitch in the beginning chain after completion. Round 3 crocheting finished. Continue crocheting the 4th round, make 3 beginning chains. Move on to work 1 front post double crochet. One back post double crochet. This round uses the same technique as the previous round. Alternate crocheting front post double crochet and back post double crochet. You can also crochet according to the texture of the previous round. The raised stitch is front post double crochet, crochet front post double crochet correspondingly. The indented stitch is back post double crochet, crochet back post double crochet correspondingly. Everyone continue to finish the remaining part of this round. Join with a slip stitch in the beginning chain. Leave a yarn tail of about 5 centimeters and cut the yarn. Secure the yarn tail along the texture on the wrong side. Once securely fastened, trim the excess yarn tail. Other yarn tails can also be secured along the texture on the wrong side like this. This completes the edging. Finally, crochet the lace trim. Crochet around each pattern round of the main part. Crocheting in rounds. The new stitch technique used is single crochet decrease, single crochet increase. Please watch the demonstration. Take the corresponding yarn. 2 yarns are actually used here. Work 2 strands together as 1 strand. For easier viewing, the sample continues to use 1 strand of cotton yarn for demonstration. Taking section 1, the first pattern as an example for demonstration, with the right side of the fabric facing out. Starting chain on top. Find any group in this pattern. Counting from right to left the 3rd stitch. Join yarn at this stitch. Work 1 chain as the turning chain for single crochet. Doesn't count as 1 stitch? Work 1 single crochet at the same position, where yarn was joined. Insert the hook into. Yarn over and draw through. 2 loops remain on the hook. Yarn over, and draw through in once. 1 single crochet is completed. The V-shaped loop above on the right is its stitch. Place a stitch marker at this stitch. Work 1 more. Insert the hook into the adjacent stitch. Yarn over, pull the yarn through. Yarn over again, draw through the 2 loops on the hook. Another single crochet is completed. Work single crochets into each stitch in sequence. Continue crocheting until the stitch before the middle chain space. Reach the corresponding position. At the middle chain space, work a single crochet increase, that is, work 2 single crochets into the same stitch. Single crochet increase completed. Continue picking up stitches, and work single crochets evenly. Continue crocheting until 2 stitches remain. Reach the corresponding position. Work 1 single crochet decrease. Insert the hook into the left stitch. Yarn over and pull through. This is an incomplete single crochet. Insert the hook into the second stitch of the left stitch group. Yarn over and pull through. Completed 2 incomplete single crochets. There are 3 loops on the hook now. Yarn over. Pull through all loops in one go. Single crochet decrease completed. Part of the starting tail has been secured. You can cut it directly. Treat the crocheted stitches as a group. Move on to the next group. Pick up the stitch, correspondingly make single crochets. Then work a single crochet increase into the left chain space. Continue picking up stitches, correspondingly make single crochets. Continue until 2 stitch positions remain. Once completed, work a single crochet decrease, separately on the left stitch, and the second stitch of the adjacent pattern as an incomplete single crochet. Then yarn over and draw through all loops. Single crochet decrease completed. Meanwhile, completing another group of stitches. Moving forward, follow the previously demonstrated method. Finish the remaining part of this round. Join with a slip stitch in the first stitch. Leave a tail of about 5 centimeters. Cut the yarn. Weave in the yarn tail along the wrong side texture. This completes one round of lace trim. The remaining lace trims use the same crochet method. Complete the rest on your own. Up to this point, the main part of the scarf is finished.